You're listening to The Audacity Effect, where bold moves, real talk, and zero permission slips are just how we do things.
We're Jenna and Kelly, two corporate pros building bigger lives on our terms and helping you do the same.
Whether you're launching something new or burning down what no longer fits,
we've got stories, strategies, and sarcasm to match. Let's get audacious.
Bold moves, real talk, no permission slips. Gotta give them my all. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do with this. There is no blueprint, just my audacity. Done with permission. My dreams might need a pivot, might need a new scheme. Call it Audacity Effect.
Hi. I think we're going to talk about books again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
Slightly different thematically from last time. In a way. Yeah.
In a way, not really though, but kinda.
Yeah. So I think we were, this came up because we wanted to talk about books.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly had this great prompt, right? Which we said three books that changed you or something like this. And I started thinking through the books I've read recently, and I'm like, I can't say any of them have changed me because I like books for young adult readers. A lot of times it says YA on them. It's my favorite. I also am really into this genre that a lot of my friends are into, and it just seems as though it is called Romantasy.
I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so there's two particular series that I thought would be relevant, maybe is the word.
Uh-huh.
And they're books that I'm going to read a little description without spoiler alerts because I just felt like really needed to get into the meat of it. But let me just say that the question came up because I'm sure people of all personality types read these books, but there's a particular cult following amongst women and in my friend group, which is full of high-performing, very intelligent, driven, like, boss bitches leading teams, nothing about them is, I don't know,
Passive.
like this, I guess, or frivolous, maybe?
Frivolous.
So the first book, as an example, and so I said, and I like them too, and it's just very, like, the antithesis of my whole life. So I don't think you would guess that I would be into these books, or maybe you would. Because I am. But an example of a romantasy book is one I hope you've all heard of, and I also can't hope you've read, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Anybody heard of this?
Yeah.
If you haven't, I'm going to read you an admittedly sprinkled with sarcasm description of the book because I do understand that it's absolutely ridiculous and I love it anyway. And we're going to talk through maybe why you also love it or you just like, yeah, whatever. But okay, so A Court of Thorns and Roses is about a human woman who accidentally commits a crime against a magical society that she didn't know existed and is promptly taken to live among the immortal fae people. They're royals. They're fancy. They're not dainty fairies, these fae, which is like the plural for fairy, I guess. Who knew? They're really tall, powerful, attractive, kind of animal adjacent. Like they have claws and weird heightened senses, and they growl sometimes. And no one really explains why they're beasts, and they're also really hot because I can just kind of imagine someone in like a bad Mardi Gras setup with big muscles. If I think about it too much. So I don't, because I just have my own vision in my mind of what these hot men look like, and they don't have claws or whatever. Anyway, so you're with these hot beast men. Oh, and also, like, Beauty and the Beast, to be fair, he's hotter before he turns into the man. He's hotter as a beast. Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, so she's dropped to this world where no one can communicate clearly. Everyone has secrets. The royalty runs things based on ancient rules and vibes. And half the men feel one bad mood away from turning feral. I think some of them are pretty feral.
Yeah.
And so then it becomes less about what is happening and more about power, survival, agency, and realizing that being human in a world of immortal predator people is kind of complicated.
The
little
to say
blips
the
in my
least.
Yeah, if you had to describe it in one sentence, my notes suggest that it would be a woman is forced to live among hot, emotionally unavailable Fey royalty who are technically humanoid but spiritually feral, and she has to figure out the rules before they eat her or fall in love with her.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That sums it right on up. That's it.
Yep. Yeah. So you can see it's a very serious, deep plot line.
Yes, it is very serious. Yes.
I mean, very into it. The other one
Mhm,
is
mhm.
popular. Have you heard of Fourth Wing? Or have you read it?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
know. That was like I already knew the answer.
Did I make you
So
read
for
this one first too? Did I make you read this one? Is this one I said you gotta
no, this my friend Melanie sent me this one, I think.
Okay.
She usually sends me her and Rose send me my smutty book recommendations.
I love that.
Call them smut books. That's what used to be called when I was a kid. That's smut. Turn your eyes away. And I'm like, give me smut books. And smut books I define as books where there's random sex scenes that are very descriptive and they have nothing to do with the plot line. They're
But
just
it's
in
like,
there.
what? All right then. I mean, I guess if
Right.
you need to do it now, I would assume. Yeah. Good.
Right,
Sure.
right. Yeah, and then you kind
Yeah.
of get, like, the author's theme for the words, the adult words
Yes.
they like. Anyways, okay. So, the other one, again, you have to read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then you have to read Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
So, this one takes place at a military academy where survival is optional and the administration is fully comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Unlike A Court of Thorns and Roses, which you might have seen, I don't know if you actually say it because I'm not a true groupie, but ACOTAR, ACOTAR, all caps, A Court
Oh.
of Thorns and Roses.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, I've seen that. Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, so unlike that book, the men here are not part animal, but there's dragons, and the dragons pretty much run the place. So the main character enters this academy for survival war school with a body that's not built for brutality, very small, very smart, zero interest in dying for school spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And then this world operates on rigid hierarchies, constant evaluation, dragons who choose people.
Yep.
There's like a pairing ceremony. Everyone
Mhm.
is stressed, everyone is armed, and everyone is one wrong move away from being a cautionary tale. So the one sentence summary here is a woman enters the most dangerous school imaginable, is surrounded by people who underestimate her, and survives largely because she is observant, strategic, and fueled by spite plus dragons.
Yeah, I love. So, when you're reading these descriptions and thinking about it, so the A Court of Thorn and Roses, I was on a trip with a few girlfriends, and I was trying to figure out what to read. And I'm not kidding. I was with 5 other women, and I was like, "You guys, what should I read next?" And I am not kidding. In unison, they all said A Court of Thorn and Roses, and so it scared me. I was nervous because
Is this a pulp book?
yeah, and I was like,
Marilyn Manson wrote
I guess
this.
I'll read it. I started reading and I couldn't stop. And I listened to them on audiobook. And
Yep. Oh,
then
yeah.
yeah, and then Fourth Wing was recommended by several people with snickers, like you should read Fourth Wing. And I'm like, why should I read Fourth Wing? So I started reading it. So I love the thought, like, oh my God, dragons, what? Yes, I'm into it. But the theme that runs through this I think is what has gotten me is that you underestimate the women
Mm-hmm.
and they become the most powerful people in the story.
Yeah. That's
That's
what my research suggests.
yeah.
You're spot on.
Yeah, that is what
Uh-huh.
that's what I loved the most about him, and that's what drew me in and kept me reading because you guys, these are series, these books. You can't
Yes.
there's no way you're just reading one. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No. Although it was at the Fourth Wing series at the end, the last book got like a little
Yeah, the last book
until then
was
real good.
it was unremarkable.
That's a good word for it.
Mhm, mhm.
But yeah, so these are very opposite on the surface anyway. And I mean, spoiler alert, I'm not going to get into how these books are just super deep. They could be. Or,
Sure.
wink, wink. They
Wink,
are probably
wink, makes
super
sense.
deep in some of the scenes.
Oh my God.
Lisa. So they don't ask you to reflect, optimize, journal, or unpack your childhood.
Mhm.
They're not here to heal you. They're here to take you hostage for 400 pages. So I asked ChatGPT, supported by very mild other researching. So just straightforward here. If these don't make sense because you're an actual psychologist or therapist, like whatever, just go with it. It sounds good.
Go with it. You guys, it's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. So I said, why, using science and psychological theory, can you please explain to me why women of a certain caliber anyway, or a certain type,
Mhm.
really like these books, like aggressively, because it doesn't make any sense. Not
It does.
really.
Yeah.
And so we went back and forth a little, me and all GPT here. And the first psychological theory tied to it is called narrative transportation, aka my brain left the chat.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so narrative transportation theory is when a story pulls you in so completely that time disappears and your stress is lowered and your internal monologue that's always running in your brain is finally quiet because you were just so immersed in this story of no consequence to your life. And as
Mhm.
high performing women or people, when does that ever happen?
Yeah.
Unless you are, I mean, I can't even take a shower with other big sound on, as we've talked about, because otherwise my brain is going, what about this? Did I send that? Oh crap, what about this? I have to pay that bill. Did I send that email? Did I do this? It's just constantly going. If you're watching a movie, it doesn't matter unless you're so gripped into something.
Mhm.
And when you find a book that's just really good and it just hooks you in, but you don't have to do any mental or like internal work. You just have to read and be
Yes.
entertained. It just,
Yes.
it gives you a little break.
I love that because when I am listening to them, because I listen to them on audiobook,
Same.
I mean, I can get all my steps in. I can clean like the maniac that I am. I can drive back and forth to Northern Virginia without a thought. Like, I am so completely submerged in the story.
Yes.
There is no sense of time at
Mhm.
all. I love them so much. Yes, that's it.
That's only one of them. There's more.
Oh,
But
go, go,
wait,
go.
there's more. But doesn't that
Okay.
make sense? It does,
Yeah, it
yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so the second theory,
Mhm.
cognitive cognitive load. There's some loads in these books, that's for
Oh
sure.
my god.
I had to make it through. Oh, I'm just reading, what my notes say. So anyways, high performing women, we carry a high amount of mental load.
Mhm.
Emotional labor, we're always contingency planning, we're thinking about everybody else.
Mhm.
Romantasy, which is the category or the genre we're talking about here in this instance, it works because I don't know how much I agree with this, but I'm gonna share it anyway because it's interesting. The
Okay.
world in Romantasy has rules, and there's a clear hierarchy, and the problems are dramatic, but they're contained. So you're not fixing anything, you're not deciding anything, you're just like, "Oh, yes, dragons. This makes total sense."
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's like your brain gets to clock out, but it doesn't feel bad about it. So it's kind of
Mm.
similar to the first one, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm not honestly sure what I guess it's the same concept, but it's helping a different thing. It's like a little escape, a little breaky break for your brain.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I think it's more the first one for me so far, but keep going. Is there more?
Yep, there's another one. This third one is attachment. So safe emotional intensity, zero administrative overhead. So there's emotional parts in these books.
Mhm. Yes.
Loyalty, devotion. I would destroy entire systems for you. But the difference from that intensity and real life, obviously, is you don't have to do anything here for these books. There's no emotional labor. You don't have to follow up conversations. You don't have to schedule. It's intimacy without a shared calendar. So you kind of get to
Mm.
be in that emotional depth that, I mean, I enjoy it kind of, but it's a safe space. I don't have to
Mhm.
do anything. You can just sort of, mm.
Mhm. I
So
wonder I I agree with that too. I like that when I am listening to these books, any audiobook, but these in particular, like, because I have daughters too. Like, I can say, "Hey, I'm listening to Court of Thorn and Roses," and it's respected and quiet. Like, they do. I
yes, but
they give me the space,
as they should.
as they should. Yeah, I do like
But
that too.
I think remember when Twilight came out and it was Jacob versus Edward and everybody was really
Mhm.
into these characters that weren't real?
Mhm.
Well, so I think, again, this is not my experience so much. I'm still probably in the first category like you, but people do get attached to these characters. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of women do it. I'm not gonna say it's weird because I'm not gonna label
Unfortunately.
people that way, but these are not real people. I just wanted you to know that. But I guess it could kinda make sense that you're really trying to marry, what's the guy with the dark wings in A Court of
Oh,
Thorn and Roses?
I can't remember,
Anyway,
but keep
dark
going.
guy. His starts
Mhm.
with an R, like rhinestone or something. Anyway, he if you don't have that in your own life, if you don't have that emotional intimacy with a partner or with people, I guess
Mhm.
you could. I mean, people have relationships with AI, right?
Yes.
Like, you have some emotional connection to a character in a book, I guess?
Yes. 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 Was reading something about some women who have like this whole thing for Lucian in Court of Thorn and Roses and how they're really, really attached to him and they think he's the most amazing thing ever. Like people really get like into it's like a
Oh,
little more anticipation. You're like, all right, but you know they're not real, right? Like you know that there's some people, they do.
but I
They attach themselves
I
to them. I could see that totally.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, and I guess it's, you can like, people do it with Lord of the Rings, they're all into those
Mhm.
characters, Harry
Mhm.
Potter characters, but I've never been romantically involved with a book
No,
character, I don't think.
no, but you
But
do
if
have
you are, I wanna know.
crushes. You have book
Huh?
crushes. I've had book
Oh, yeah, for
crushes.
sure. I had crushes on
Mhm.
cartoons when I was a kid.
Oh, we'll get into
I really
that.
liked Sky and the Puzzle Place. Yeah, I
Oh,
guess he was a puppet. Yeah, I was young. It's apparently not just me that's had this experience, 'cause I
oh,
was shamed by it for a long time, like, "How did you have a crush on a puppet?" But you can.
okay. Well,
Mhm.
listen, and I love this about you. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Well, I hope it makes other people feel seen. Please tell me the cartoons or puppets that you had crushes on when you were a child or when you were an adult. I don't care.
Oh my god, that's so great. That's so
Really.
great.
Okay, another one, which is you were saying at the beginning, identity play. So the women in these stories get to be both, quote unquote, both powerful and emotional,
Mhm.
competent and overwhelmed, ambitious and deeply desired. But in real life, we're usually, as women, told to pick
Yes.
a lane, pick a space and stay there. So these books are like, nope, you could be all of it. And you might also have wings or a pet dragon. We can't be sure. And
Yeah.
who doesn't really want a pet dragon? Kinda.
Kind of.
So it is, like you were saying at the beginning, a reminder of actually you can do all the things. I think the most fictitious thing in this entire both book series, though, is that the really strong testosterone heavy men are attracted to the killer chicks because that doesn't usually happen in real life. Dragons I can see being real, but that part of the story, I
Not so
don't know.
much.
No. No. No, what do I know? That's the biggest fantasy of all of it.
Mhm.
Okay, I just have one more. So the last one is emotional regulation.
Mhm.
Um, so it can be escapism, just
Yeah.
like a glass of wine is, or taking a bath, or watching the same show for the sixth time, which
Mhm.
you all be doing that. I hate new
Mhm.
shows till I get into them. So it can serve as emotional regulation. The books can give
Mhm.
you tension, intensity, and release in a safe container. Uh, I'm not avoiding emotions. I'm just choosing to feel them somewhere that doesn't require a meeting afterward. So, you can feel the things and go through the stuff, and it's like, but it's safe. You can take the lid on and off it whenever you want to.
Yeah. So,
Um,
what I was
that's
thinking
the
about,
thing.
like, what I like about them, yes. So, books have always been an escape for me, like, always, always. But what I like
Yes.
most about these books, and which I'm not sure which one of those this is that I cannot see myself as any of these characters. Like, to me, like, they're clearly fictitious. Like, they are clearly fiction, and so there is nothing that I can relate to. There's nothing that I have to contemplate about. Like, none of those things have been completely removed. So for
Oh, it's so true.
so for me,
Um,
like, it would be like a complete, utter escape from my life. I do not recognize myself anywhere in these stories, and I love it. That's what I love.
Total escapism. Yes, that's so right. But there's no emotional labor. Most of the time, my face, if you can see it right now, people, it's going, what the heck? Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you?
Yes, yes, girl,
Look
no.
more. And
Like,
also, these girls are always really good at hunting and doing stuff with knives. I don't know where they learned it, and they're always tiny.
yes, they're always tiny little frail
Yeah, I think we
things.
need to have, like, a book with a heroine that's, like, solid 200 pounds of thick muscle, and she's, like,
Yeah.
you know, 5
Every now
foot
and then she lifts
14.
logs. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
she has
like, it's not that surprising that she's doing the stuff because she needs, like, the big dragon because she can't have that little bitch-ass dragon over there.
Yes. That's what I like. I would like to see that. But yeah, that's what I love about him because you it's like I have nothing in common with any of these. So I can be as, enraptured and trapped in the story as much as I want to, and also judge. I can also judge and not
Judge the
feel
heck out of
bad
it.
about it at all. Like, I'm like, girl, you are dumb as hell. Or,
Yes.
are you serious? Really? That's what you going for? You are so
Uh-huh.
stupid.
Or,
Like,
"Oh, you're gonna let yourself hurt again? That's gonna hurt really bad. What do you
come
mean?"
on. Come on. And you just let her say that shit to you. Like, it's like, it's so great. It's
Yeah,
so
and I
great.
wanna see these relationships that they have with these guys after their war is over and they have to move in together. That's
Yeah.
really the book series, like, the epilogue I would like to read
Yeah.
because they're not gonna work at all. Cue my
Look,
comment on the biggest fantasy of this being that the same person gets married to the testosterone chick gets married to the testosterone dude. Like, no.
no.
Someone's pulling out someone else's chest hair, and I don't know which one's the one with the
Yeah.
chest hair. We can't be sure.
Yeah. No, that's not gonna happen either. No, no, no. But yeah, I really do enjoy those series, and it takes me a while to go back to them. So, like, once I immerse myself in one, so, like, completely, like, enthralled, I'm in it, I'm immersed, and I've read, like, the 58th book, and then I'm, like, done, and so I had need a break from the whole genre. Like, I can't
Yes,
go
yes,
back.
yes. Mhm.
And then but when I go back in, like, completely immersed again, and I cannot stop. Like, I can't stop. I don't know what to tell you. I'm in it. That's me now. That's who I am as a person. It's so great. I love it.
I do too. I'm sure there's just something feral also that we like these books because, I mean,
Mhm. Mhm. They're
men be
good.
doing some men stuff unless you
Yeah.
be bitch asses.
Has there been, like, a series like this? What are they called? What is it called?
Romantasy.
Romantasy? Has there been a romantasy series that you think everybody should just, like, absolutely read, no questions asked, like, just read it?
Yeah, I mean, probably these 2 are pretty good.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think I mean, there was no sex scenes in it, I don't think, but when Twilight came out, I was really into those books. I blew through those books, man.
So, I have a confession. 1, I
What?
have seen every single Twilight in the theater on
Yeah,
opening
same.
day or opening
Midnight?
weekend with Joanne. So,
Uh-huh.
because they made it a thing, like, here in Hampton Roads, I'm sure they did everywhere else, but they made it a thing, and
Yeah.
it's like a whole date and
Oh,
everything,
yeah.
like, oh my god, every single I can watch the Twilight series at any given point, like, that is what I'm doing for the next 2 days, like, no problems, I'm in it. I've never
Mhm.
read any of the books because I've heard the writing was not great, and so I've never read any of the books.
Oh, really? I liked the books. I mean, is the writing that great? No, but I mean, no offense, lady, but it's not that great in The Court of Thorn and Roses either.
No, it's
So,
not. Okay.
it's not about the book. No, I read all the books, like, I remember in my little college apartment, I was on my little futon with the cover thing over it. It was tan and blue stripes, and I laid like this upside down, holding the book up, and I didn't wanna do anything else because I just wanted to read the books. And I went to midnight showings of all the movies, which is crazy because everyone wants to go to bed at 8:30
Yes.
PM.
I know, those are really, really good. I think my first introduction to them was at a book club, which are with, like, a lot of the moms in the neighborhood,
Mhm.
and the women were like, "Have you read Twilight? Have you?" And I'm like, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about."
Right.
And then the movie came out, and Joe was like, "We're going to see this movie." I was like, "Yes, ma'am." So
Yeah. Right. report. Yes.
So that was my introduction to Twilight, but no, I never read any of the books because I started watching the movies and then I was all in. I did
So no, you have to read the books because I was super into Edward when I read the books, and then when I saw the movies, Jacob, the actor, is way hotter. I don't know why they got Cholera Boy to play the
I
hot
mean, just
vampire.
like feed him something other than blood. Like clearly that doesn't work. He's so thin.
He's
Poor
a weird
thing.
forehead
And
and a
oh my God. And the scene where he took off his shirt and he's glistening, girl, put it back on.
Put it back on. Yeah, you don't have an Oxford body, you look like a prepubescent boy. And then
Yeah.
they have old Jacob with the dark skin and the big biceps popping out of his shirt, and I'm like,
Also, he's
"I'm going
warm.
with the wolf people." Yeah, nobody wants to be cold.
Nobody wants to be
But
cold.
when I read the books, I had Edward being super hot, and plus, okay, I have a confession. In all of these books, the thing that is the most appealing to me is that I find some guy and he's not a serial killer and he just has a ton of money and he's rich, and then I just have tons of money. That's the part that actually I don't wanna be
Mhm.
cracking riddles to not be tortured, like, I'm not into any of the I'm not gonna be
Mhm.
a war hero on a dragon, none of that. But I
No.
would absolutely meet somebody and become a kept woman in a castle and
Yeah.
just have bubble baths all day,
Sure, sure.
and, I that's the part I'm most jealous of. I'm like, "Oh, you were just some little waif girl living in the woods, and then some random guy finds you, and he's really hot and he's rich?"
Yeah, I could say, yeah, that is. Yeah. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
would.
yeah. Uh-huh,
That would be nice.
mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it
So
happens.
what I think about these books, what I really would like to do, well, one, here's what I've discovered having read specifically Court of Thorn and Roses and The Fourth Wing. I want nothing to do with a zombie apocalypse. I
Girl,
I don't
no,
I don't want to be tired fighting all the time. I don't want to have like blood on me.
no,
I kill people. I don't want to do
no.
it. I'd rather not. So that I've learned that for sure about me. The second thing I have learned for sure about me in reading these books is I'm not equipped for the woods in any way.
Nope,
Like
nope,
I'm not going to be equipped for the woods. And so like these
nope,
things and I was
nope.
like, "You know what? I appreciate reading these because I know for sure I knew it, but now I know for sure. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I want nothing to do with any of this stuff."
No, not any of it. Not the parties, not
Oh,
the hikes. They
oh.
always have physical pain, like, a lot of it, and I just wanna say that I got a hangnail yesterday, and that shit hurt really bad.
And so you don't want a splint on your ankle made
No,
from the
and guess what?
bones of a dragon that was dead and you
No, and let me tell you what, if I hurt my ankle and had a bone splint on it, guess what I wouldn't be doing? Any fucking thing. I would be
no.
laying down being like, "Woe is me. My ankle hurts. I'm so mad that my ankle is broken because you made me do a stupid test that makes no sense for no reason at all. Thanks a big fat lot." I'm
I
laying down.
no, this is ridiculous. Like the all of it again, that is why I like it because in no part in anywhere of my life could resemble anything having to do with these books. And I love it so much because of that. I love that.
It is escapism. That's definitely my yeah. So
Okay,
read Kelly's recommendation to figure out what you wanna be in the world, and then read these books to figure out what you don't wanna be.
oh, that's great. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct because I don't want to be a warrior. I don't. I just don't. I
No,
don't.
no part of me. I've told Josh with no uncertain terms that if there's a zombie apocalypse or end of life situation in any way, please put me down slowly and painlessly, and then you can eat my thighs in the freezer and give them to the neighbors that want to live because I don't want to live through any of that.
No, and they always seem so tired.
They are.
And every time they rest, they're like startled awake by some noise or some issue and somebody's waking them. Like I'm not made for that. I'm
No,
not
and
made for it.
they
I
don't
had
pay for
children. I
enough
feel like
food.
that's plenty.
Yeah, that's enough for one
That's
lifetime.
all I'm saying is I have experienced war, and that is, being with a newborn, and that's plenty for me. I
Yeah,
feel.
or being with a puppy. Tomato,
Oh,
tomato.
the puppy might be worse.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. But anyway, yeah, no, I just,
Mm, mm,
I don't know.
the puppy
But I
might be.
do know that I really love reading them, and I get really excited about them.
I know, and I want
The
to
other
read a new one.
I know. Well, the Red Rising is pretty good. It's not romantasy. I mean, there's some romance in it, like he was saying, but there's no.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some sex in it, but he doesn't go into it,
Okay,
which is fine. Cause
fine with me.
yeah, cause always the sex scenes come on when I'm doing something that's very unsexy. Usually, I'm like I told you, I'm like cleaning stalls or something, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just scooping horse poop and putting it in a wheelbarrow, and they're like, and then his pulsing member quivered against. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. Like, it feels awkward to be listening to while I'm doing farm labor. And then the horse will look at me, and I'm like, oh, stop looking at me. Like, this is inappropriate. Look away. I don't know. I'm no
I just,
prude, but it's just like a lot.
yeah, I want to read something good, but you guys are gonna have to tell us what you're reading next with these
Yes,
romantasies,
please. Yes,
because
please.
I want to.
Fun.
It's time because it's been a while for me because I finished the whole Fourth Wing series.
Yes.
What Let Out, and that was the
There's
last.
another one. I think Rose told me about a couple other ones, but I just didn't get into them. They
I
weren't
think
as good.
Crescent City was one. Crescent City was one.
I tried to start that one,
I
and
did
I
too.
didn't
Didn't
get
love it.
to it. Okay, yeah, good.
Mm-mm, didn't
It
love it.
I don't like when there's, copycat books. It's like a repeat of the same concept, but just slightly different, and you're like, "This sounds familiar."
That happened when 50 Shades of Grey came out, and then there were all of
Yes.
these other 50 Shades of Grey like titles and like
Yes.
series that came out, and it's like it's the same story. Young girl
Uh-huh.
stupid, alpha man asshole, and they have sex. It's like it's the same stupid story. Like it's the
And then
same.
he has a weird control possession issue, so he stalks her
Yeah,
forever and won't leave her alone. Like, it's toxic relationship, and then he knocks her up to get her completely locked in to the torture situation.
that's exactly it. And then deep down though, she's such a badass and she can stand up for herself. But when he's around, she's not like that. She's completely and utterly submissive. No, yeah, it was like
Uh
18 of those series, like back to back to back after that.
Yes, and he's always rich too. You know what I think? Here's another unrealistic part. The guys that are into all the sadistic stuff, and if you're into it, good for you, right? But they're not rich. They're usually like poor with pot bellies. There's not just a overwhelming amount of people with dollar bills, $1,000,000 houses, Rolls Royces, and they are also hot and have a weird sex fetish. It's the middle-aged guys in apartments that do not work out and have more hair on their chest than their head, and they're like, "Hello, I'd like to hire you." Like, no. And
You're
they
not
probably
wrong,
do have
you know?
a hole in the basement, like the Nelly song said. It is not a good one.
Just not a good one. Just not a good one. Yeah.
No. No. No.
Well, now
Mm-mm.
you make me want to read it. I got to find a romantasy now. I'll keep you posted and see what I find.
Okay, yes. You are good at I'll ask Rose too if there's any other ones. She's always on top of those.
All right,
Rose and
Rose, you got to let us know what
Melanie.
we're reading next. What are you guys reading? Are you reading any romantasy series?
Yeah. And have you ever read a romantasy series that actually spiced up your sex life? Like, have you ever gotten turned on from reading romantasy and then you go find your partner or a fun date on Bumble and you say, "Hey, get over here," or do you just internalize it separately? Like, is anybody? I think some chicks are into it,
Yeah.
and some
So,
guys.
yeah. So for me, no, I'm just judging.
Same.
Like,
That's
I'm
my
just judging.
personality, so it makes sense.
So
I'm
it's
like,
not
that
mine, but
sounds like it hurts.
I feel free to do it with these books because again, nothing about them resembles any part of my life. So I feel really good about being judgy about it. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting to find out. I mean, what's up, Odd Squad? Tell us.
Does it make your member quiver to read these
Oh,
books?
Jesus, please don't sing. Please don't.
There has to be a quivering member or it's not a romantasy. At least some part of the story. And did you notice, like, once you read the series by a certain author, they have, like, their go-to sex terms?
Yes,
They have the same grouping of names for penises and
yes,
vaginas and then different
yes.
acts, and they just recycle the same thing over and over, and sometimes I feel like their editor copy-pasted a sex scene and just put it randomly throughout the
Yep, I agree with you.
Okay.
Completely,
Just
utterly agree.
curious if I was out by myself.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah,
What do
I
you
need to know all about the psychology of this for others.
Yeah, I would too.
Evil laugh. Yeah, especially if you're a guy, I wanna know if you like these books. I'm sure dudes read them.
Yeah, that is what we really want to know. If you're a guy and you don't have to post it on our socials, you can totally DM us.
Yeah, we'll keep it anonymous.
But we want to know, are you reading them? And if so, which ones are you reading? And why are you reading? Do you think they're hot?
Yeah, and do you think that you are getting tips about your woman? Like, that's what she really wants, you to come out in a wolf hat with some claws? You better ask her first.
You can probably ask first. Don't do that. Don't surprise anybody with that. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I don't think that's a good surprise unless you know it's a good surprise. It could go really, really south. The only experience I have with men in the books is when I inevitably fall asleep listening to my audiobooks. And no matter what, Josh always comes in at the part where they're in the middle of a really raunchy sex scene, and he'll just be like, "What are you listening to?" Like, mind your business. It gives me good dreams, okay? It never fails, though. It could be like the only sex scene in the book, and he always comes and he'll just look at me. What are you listening? Are you listening to porn? I'm like, well, no, this is not porn. Not really. Maybe a little. Well, I know we're almost done, but that's a good one too. Like, does it give women permission to, because I think women and looking at porn, I mean, outside of, whatever, like ethical issues and stuff and concerns with it, but just pretend we're talking about all ethical people want to participate, well-paid actor conditioned porn. I think it's completely understood and accepted that men want to look at it, but I think if you're a woman that wants to look at porn, it's maybe not as acceptable. And so this
Down the
gives
bun,
you, like,
shall we say?
yeah, it's like, and maybe it's less so, I don't know, but I would say it's still much more mainstream for men than it is for women. So is this the acceptable form of that for women?
Okay, so now we just have a bunch of questions.
Yeah, and we need you guys to give us answers, because it's not like that for me. I just, like, Kelly, you nailed it on that. I just like to judge. I listen to the whole books with I gotta know what's happening, but, like, what are you doing, stupid?
What are you doing? Yeah.
But they're multidimensional.
They are. Okay, well, now we need to know. Now we need to know, you guys.
We really
Where
need
are you on
your book
this?
recommendations in your reviews. And if you read The Court of Thorn and Roses and Fourth Wing, and what other ones are we missing?
Yeah.
This is really important. This is life-changing, really.
This is life-altering, because also I'm going to be doing a lot of driving soon, and I need some new books, so.
You have to help Kelly out, people. She needs to escape while she's staying present in the car.
Yes. This is fun.
All right. Yeah, good. I hope we need to start a book club.
Yeah, we're going to start a book club, actually, you guys. So that's your little love.
That's your intro. This is your teaser to get ready for book club, because if it's a romantasy, it's coming. You knew what I was gonna do. You couldn't stop me. You're too far gone.
I love y'all. God, I love you. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll leave you with that on Squad. You're welcome.
Later, taters.
Bye.